Hello and welcome to the episode of The Card Show. In this week's episode, we'll be talking about the results from the UK and Ireland Card Show Awards. And, the wrapping up the sort of the year, I suppose, in some respects. The card shows around it that I might not know about. So I appreciate you guys filling me in if I've missed any card shows that are ending the year, as we're now in December, technically. We're not as recording this by 3 hours, but by the time you listen to this, we will be December the 1st. So yeah, the UK and Ireland Card Show or Card Awards has been and gone. Obviously, I was away, so I couldn't be there. Obviously, they were on the back of the Collectors Showcase. So again, it's a little add-on. I don't think there was a trade night or not, or anything going on between, but nice to have a show and an award show afterwards. Sponsored by eBay yet again, so it's always good when you see big companies like that investing in shows in the hobby in the UK. But yeah, let's go through the I can't think of the actual word now. Not the platforms, the categories. There we go. I've got a brain fart. The categories. So the categories we had: card shop of the year, vendor of the year, collector of the year, content creator of the year, community hero of the year, card show of the year, grader of the year, TCG streamer of the year, sports streamer of the year, and podcast of the year. I don't think I've missed one there, but we'll find out. But yeah, so we start off with the card shop of the year. That went to Collectors Card House, the shop owned by Chloe and Pokey Dean. I don't actually know what that one is. I should have done better research session of that pod. But yeah, there's sort of scene on socials that shop's like, it looks like a really nice shop, like really well presented. And again, having two sort of big heads like them to running it obviously helps. I think it kind of helps the hobby as well with what they do. So, congrats to those guys and the team over there. Next up, vendor of the year, P Commando. I don't know if he's won vendor of the year before. Someone is, for the OGs of the card shows, will know P Commando from when it shows since day one. Usually Luke and Sandra have been smashing shows for years now. So congrats to the team there for the end of the year. Yeah, I can see that being well deserved from probably in every show possible for those guys. So yeah, congrats. Next up, collector of the year. This went to Brongo Balling, the son who I don't actually know or sort of knew of. I think I'd seen maybe a few things he's done for MGC, but yeah, I didn't know him or his account or anything like that. Whereas obviously with P Commando, Pokey Deed, someone saw a lot of shows and I knew of or knew well. But no, looking at his collection, I think he's an Anton Griezmann collector, if I remember correctly. So yeah, congrats to him on that one. Next up, content creator of the year. This one to Lucky J Cards. Again, I think more of a TCG type of content creator. So fair play to them. Someone I wasn't again familiar with. But congrats to them on that one. And then community hero of the year. That went to Pokenova. Again, another Pokemon / TCG sort of person with a name like Pokey, you're going to presume that sort of thing. Massive following of on the socials. So yeah, I don't know what, I'm not familiar with her game, as they say, so I don't know what she has done. But yeah, congrats to her for that award there. London Card Show was Card Show of the Year. I don't know if I did that right around. Should have said Card Show of the Year was London Card Show, but yes. I don't know if that's probably no surprise there, is that we've seen the growth of that show, and you've probably heard it on this podcast and other podcasts. But yeah, it's just, I'll say my first one for what, maybe 18 months. So I think mass wise, I've probably missed like 3 or 4. But yeah, the growth. Now that said, I always used to get on the Friday midday anyway, just through trains and get into the hotel. And again, I used to stay like on site pretty much. To now just go and eat, relax, occasionally I'd help out as well, and being there, putting tables out or recording, etc. So to have the show now on a Friday, and the show was lively enough. Show, it was a good show on Friday. And then the Saturday, so I think having like 3 days, like having somewhere now we're gonna, was it 4 times a year, 3 days a week, like dedicated to the cards. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I think the Excel is gonna be mental. But yeah, like congrats to London Card Show and team. I've got a lot of love for those guys over there. Um, Next up, grade of the year, and that was ace grading. So I think that is the first time they knocked MGC off the perch. Um, you know, again, people argue the whole TCG. So I think should it be like a TCG category for all these sort of stuff, where it's vendor of the year, collector of the year, content creator, community hero. Maybe also you could argue that London Card Show is heavily Pokemon TCG. Obviously, ace grading is probably high 90%, if not 95% TCG that they grade. They're trying to get into sport, and are doing sport, but yeah, they obviously push a lot more. Well, not push, but they naturally have a lot more Pokemon. I do think like Miniminter, Calfreezy, etc. Probably Zerka are doing a bit more sport through there. So that's kind of helping a little bit for them to grow their sports. But yeah, congrats to them knocking MGC off. That's no easy feat. It'll be interesting to see if we do get the likes of AGS grading. They're starting to be a lot more shows now. They were at London. They've just done Herefordshire. So not bad to use. I did actually record a video of that. I'm just slacking of really stuff just with life in general. This is my output to the community. This is what I've got at the moment for now. But obviously, as you know, things are coming thick and fast next year. I'm lining everything up next year to make it seamlessly a bit more. A bit like my card sort of investing business, right? Trying to make it as seamless as possible so I can put out consistent content, not just pods, other actual content as well. So yeah, I'd be interested to see if AGC get that, because it's obviously they're not UK Ireland, but they do have a UK base here. I think it's the first US company to have a UK one. So it is actually AGS UK, which is interesting. Again, AI grading, right? So very consistent. I'll say there. But yeah, congrats to Ace. And then that's followed up by TCG Stream of the Year, which was Rand Cards, which obviously Randolph. I think Randolph, I don't think he gets stick, but I think it's interesting, Randolph, because he really does love this hobby. And he's at every show, so he puts the work in and the money in. So I got a love for Randy. Always a nice guy. I spoke to him. I might just catch him for a picture and a bit of a chat. To be fair, same with Miniminter, Freezy, and Zerka at the last London Card Show. I just speak to a little chat. They were nice, really nice guys, and because they got a genuine love and passion for hobby, which is cool to see. Next up, Sports Streamer of the Year went to Sports Cards Direct. I did hear a few people saying, "Oh, maybe you shouldn't have gone to such a big business." I see. Looking at the rest, and barring like London Card Show, we have to do a card show and maybe a card shop. The rest of them are sort of more independent. Again, not so much Rand cards, and as a TCG, but maybe there should have been more for the independent sort of stuff. There are people trying to, maybe not start out, but yeah, people are putting the work in that way. In the day, it's fan voted for, right? So if the fans voted for Sports Cards Direct, then that's what the people wanted. So give them what the people wanted. So congrats, Sports Cards Direct. There used to be a nice group of lads that used to come down. It's interesting because a lot that used to know from card shows and stuff like that, and obviously they ran Farnborough, Cardcom. I mean, I think they still do, but yeah, they don't seem to do much on the social content or streaming, which is interesting. So I don't see the same people as see. So it's interesting if I was to go to a show that they're set up, would I see the people I remember? They just that their position. But yeah, it's interesting to see the growth they've had. And they got a big team down there. I didn't think they were advertising for a stream as well. Believe it or not, I think it was decent. Sort of. I think it helped with relocation to Plymouth and stuff like that. And I think there might have been decent wage in there. But again, if if you can do that, if that's you, if you can stream, you want to move to Plymouth or you live local anyway, I'd definitely look into that. If that's what you want to do. And last but not least, podcast of the year. So again, two of these categories, I've been a winner and a runner-up. I was community hero 2 years ago, and in the inaugural, some say the one that matters the most, the inaugural one. And I was runner-up of podcast of the year last year. Kind of wanted that mantle, just to have a first and first. Wouldn't mind being second. It doesn't seem to be a second or third place this time around. Well, I've noticed compared to the other 2 years when it was first, second, third. But yeah, the podcast of the year went to PokePals. Again, another Pokey TCG sort of thing. And it's interesting to think of. It shows who is more likely to sort of vote for this sort of stuff, the Pokemon TCG community. I think they're a lot tighter, a lot more tight and knitted. I think sports wise, it's like smaller groups that are sort of close knitted this way. But yeah, it's interesting. Again, maybe do you split them up? So you got a sports section and a TCG section for each one. So there's a sports podcast of the year, TCG / Pokemon, or just class TCG, I suppose. So Pokemon podcast of the year, and you got a sports streamer, TCG streamer, sports grader, TCG grader. Probably not. You could do it for shows, maybe. Sports card only show, TCG only show, and then sort of a mixed card show of the year. Community hero, again, both sides. Content creator for sports and TCG as well, you could do. Collector of the year, again, both sides. End of the year, again, both. And then shop of the year, you could. Maybe trade Wii sport only. I don't know if there is like a sports only shop now, especially with Topps doing so much now. Like, would you class the amount of top stuff as TCG because of the Disney licenses they've got, and I suppose now obviously with VFriends going through a lot of shops. Interesting. But yeah, they are your card, UK and Ireland card award winners. I'm just gonna hope that I came second in something, runners up somewhere in something. But no, we didn't get anything. I say we because again, this is what I said before. This is the People's Pod. It's changing a little bit more bite-sized and general chat and bit of information. But yeah, like I said, in the new year, I think in the new year because we'll be 4 weeks away, and I'll see you have New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, Christmas Day. You're always sort of busy, so yeah, maybe New Year's would be best just to make sure we hit the ground running with everything on this slide at Pat Grip Mahomes, whether it's the Insta or YouTube, and then obviously with Elite Card Investor, again, YouTube, Insta, and probably TikTok, I would say. I'm tempted to stream as well, just because I play Xbox. I used to stream a good few years back, and it's one of them where it's I would have a streaming schedule, but yeah, I think it'd just be something just where you just go chill. I love like just invite people to the game as well. If you play certain games I'm playing on as well, you say jump on, add to the banter and just be able to laugh and just do that way. I don't think I'd do a IRL stream and stuff like that, but no, I can definitely do big gaming streams. I know I've tempted to break it down onto different days. So like every Monday night we stream and play Madden as we talk about the past Sunday night, Monday morning football. The Tuesday we could play 2K and talk about basketball and prospects and people to buy, sell, etc. And after that you can play, I was gonna say FIFA, but it's not FIFA anymore. But yeah, and do that. So it's a plan, but we'll see. We'll end up doing like streaming every night for a few hours in F1 one night, something like that, and yeah, the craziness that is. F1 is crazy at the moment. I mean, if Max wins, it's crazy. What a comeback would have been. And then you got to look at Horner, right? If Max wins, and you got to think about the turnaround since Horner left. Crazy. But yeah, and last but not least, obviously, again, with it coming to by the time you listen to this, the last month of the year, in the last few weeks, um, I don't I think the only show in my mind, my calendar, is the one held by the Northwest Card Show, which is going to be in Lee. I think it's Lee's first card show. So shout out to Sean there and the team. Continue to do. I think one of the first was in the Northwest as well. So shout out to Sean and the team again. It's going to be interesting. I'm 50-50 when I'm attending. I double check the dates. I can't remember what this time. Yeah, you got so much going on. Seeing people and getting stuff done for Christmas, etc. I said double check when that date is. I think it's I want to say 9th for some reason. So that's a double check. You start to listen to Dead Space while I try and double check the date for this. It is North. There we go. December 20th. Wow, a lot later than I thought. Yeah, Lee Card Show, presented by Northwest Card Show. Saturday, 20th December. Wow. Interesting. So yeah, so Lee Leisure Centre, Lee Sports Village, WN74JY. So VIP is in at 9:30, general entry at 10 a.m. Closes at 4. Doesn't say there's like a trade night or anything. I think that is just the day done. It does say Christmas food as well will be available, which is kind of cool. Get your Christmas dinner there. Christmas dinner at a card show. Interesting. But yeah, I mean, let me know if there's other. I'm going to presume to be other card shows, maybe not as late as that's one in the year. But yeah, there's other card shows these next 2 or 3 weeks that I'm missing that you guys are going to. It's local to you. I know Herefordshire was the day after. Was it day after or week after the Collectors Showcase? And I don't know if a few sports people popped up to that. I think they said AHS grading were there as well. And they were doing on-site grading, which is kind of cool. So I'm going to hope we see more of it shows in 2026. But yeah, it's been a fun year. And I'm looking forward to 2026. Let me know what you are looking forward to most at card shows or in the card hobby in general in 2026. I'm definitely looking forward. What I'm hoping for, because of the growth has been massive. I'm hoping that there is that next step now, that more have on-site grading. I think more people are gonna have like signers there as well. That's gonna be a big thing. I think people are noticing now that run card shows that you have to have the sort of entertainment side as well now, not just 100 tables with vendors. So yeah, looking forward to that sort of growth of on-site grading. And I mean, hopefully it's not like the same few people just doing circuits of signing and stuff. They do vary up a little bit. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, let me know what you're looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the license change. I don't know how I feel about those license changes. And NBA was okay so far. Yeah, they are smashing out products, but hey ho, it's gonna be interesting to see how the hobby goes. Because again, we're gonna lose the sort of the optic hollows, the prism silvers license, and we'll see the markers. But again, that's more for the elite card wrestlers to talk about, not me. I'll touch them. I'll talk a little bit, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But as always, I appreciate you guys for listening. These new sort of bite-sized, I suppose, episodes. I think that's what it'll be. Well, it's just me just talking about certain events and stuff in the hobby and a bit of positivity sometimes. And then yeah, we'll have some guests. I'm looking to get on. I said you messaged me right. That's reminded me doing this pod. I need to get on to Third Down. Obviously they've started Third Down Pulled. I think it's only on Spotify if I'm correct. But yeah, it'd be interesting to get them guys on, talk to sort of the host of the pod and hear his story and yeah, generally chit chat and talk about the hobby, right? Uh, so yeah, get that sorted. But other than that, hope you guys are well. Take care. I'll obviously see you in well. I'll see you. I'll speak to you before Christmas. Um, it might be I might do a Christmas break of a pod. I don't know. I might take a week off here or there. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how everything's lining up with everything else. Where's the merch? It's over there. I'm not gonna reach it today. No, no elite. No elite card event there. Well, there we go. I lied. I got it. Look at this. Nice little snapback at it. Snapback. Do. I don't know. Nice straight peak. What were we saying? The woolly hat season now. Woolly hats galore. It's cold in Manchester. But anyway, enough of me waffling. Take care, guys. See you guys soon. And we may not have picked up an actual award, but we are the real winners because we are the ones that are 11 at this hobby and winning in this hobby. And again, with Elite Card Investor, we will make money in this hobby. So take care. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.